Welcome to the 2nd through 5th grade children's ministry class, shelter in place style. We're the Johnsons, PB and J are back, and before we start, we wanted to say a happy Mother's Day. Today we get to celebrate all the moms, grandmas, aunts, and women and their examples in our lives and how much we love them.
You know, every mom in the world has funny phrases that they tell their kids. So here are some of the things that moms say, and maybe some of these sound a little familiar to you. Because I said so. You know, when I was your age, when you have kids, were you raised in a barn? You know, money doesn't grow on trees. One day you'll thank me. Don't use that tone with me. Drop the attitude. Don't make me slow down. Come on, hurry up.
You know, moms are constantly repeating these things so that when they're not around, we'll know what to do. They want us to build a voice inside that always guides and protects us. And that leads to the title of our lesson today, The Voice Inside. Does anyone know the name of the voice inside that tells us to do right? I'll give you 5 seconds to think of it. That voice inside is called your conscience. Now, what is your conscience? Your conscience is the voice inside guiding you to care about people. Your conscience is the voice inside guiding you to do the right thing. Your conscience is the voice inside guiding you to be honest.
So why is our conscience so important? You know, our conscience teaches us to know what to do and do it when no one is around. It protects you from making bad choices and the consequences of those choices. And it helps you to hear God's voice, especially as you get older. So let's see what the Bible says about the voice inside in Luke 4, verse 1 through 11.
When Jesus returned from the Jordan River, the power of the Holy Spirit was with him, and the Spirit led him into the desert. For 40 days Jesus was tested by the devil, and during that time he went without eating. When it was all over, he was hungry.
The devil said to Jesus, "If you are God's son, tell the stone to turn into bread."
Jesus answered, "The scriptures say no one can live only on food."
Then the devil led Jesus up to a high place and quickly showed him all the nations on earth.
The devil said, "I will give you all this power and glory to you. It has been given to me, and I can give it to anyone I want to. Just worship me, and you can have it all."
Jesus answered, "The scriptures say, worship the Lord your God and serve only him."
Finally, the devil took Jesus to Jerusalem and had him stand on top of the temple.
The devil said, "If you are God's son, jump off. The scriptures say God will tell his angels to take care of you. They will catch you in their arms, and you will not hurt your feet on the stones."
Jesus answered, "The scriptures also say don't try to test the Lord your God."
After the devil had finished testing Jesus in every way possible, he left him for a while.
So what can we learn from this story? 1, even Jesus had to work on his conscience. 2, sometimes our conscience or the bad voice in our head can be really convincing. Lastly, I have a question for you. What does your conscience tell you? You know, maybe no one is telling you to turn stones into bread, but we all have our own battle with a conscience. Let's take a look at someone who is your age, a conscience battle that they had.
All right, girls, so you have 30 minutes of silent reading time, and then when that time is done, you get to play the Nintendo Switch. Does that make sense? All right, sounds good, guys. Alexa, set a timer for 30 minutes. and you're going to lose the switch for the rest of the day.
Priya had a conscience battle. Her conscience told her to read. She wanted to play the Switch. That was her battle. She had to decide if she was going to listen to her conscience or do what she wanted. She chose to listen to do what she wanted.
So, what are some of the conscience battles that go on inside of you? Should I cheat on this test or not? Should I use bad words like my friends? Should I be mean to my brother or sister? Should I even listen to my parents? Should I tell the truth or lie? Should I play video games when I know I'm not supposed to? Should I sneak treats when I'm not supposed to? Should I watch that show that my parents told me not to?
Our conscience can tell us all sorts of things. But then we're faced with a conscience battle. We can choose to listen to the voice inside, that's our conscience, or we can listen to our feelings and what we want to do. The challenge is that when we don't listen to our conscience, it starts to change our hearts. Our hearts begin bright and red, but every time we ignore our conscience and decide not to listen, the voice gets a little quieter and our heart gets a little darker. If we keep ignoring our conscience, it gets darker and darker until we can no longer hear the voice inside anymore. You have to make the choice to not hit the mute button on your heart so that you can hear your conscience's voice.
You know, we're going to watch a video clip from the movie Inside Out, and maybe you can relate to Riley in this movie. She had been ignoring her conscience. She moved to a new place and had so many feelings that she kept ignoring. She finally decided to listen to the voice inside and be honest, to share what she was feeling with her parents. And her heart began to go from dark to bright again.
Wait, stop! I want to get off! I know you don't want me to, but I miss home. I miss Minnesota. You need me to be happy, but I want my old friends and my hockey team. I want to go home. Please don't be mad.
I'm not mad. You know what? I miss Minnesota too. I miss the woods when we took hikes.
In the backyard where you used to play.
Spring Lake, we always get. Come here.
There are two things every person can do to strengthen the voice inside. First, as we've talked about, listen and follow your conscience. Every time you follow your conscience, it gets a little bit stronger. But the second thing is talking about the conscience battles you have. Just like Riley in Inside Out. Even if you've not been following your conscience, if you talk, your conscience can make a comeback. And you can talk to God, your parents, your friends, your brother or sister. But talking about your battles helps your conscience make a comeback.
So today we have a Grow Your Conscience Challenge. So this week we want to challenge you to talk to an adult in your family. And we want to challenge you to do two things. The first one is to share one of your conscience battles. You know, when Priya was deciding if she was going to listen to her dad and read or do what she wanted and play the Switch, that was a conscience battle. So share one of yours with an adult. And then ask them to share an example of one of their own conscience battles with you.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Make sure to encourage your mom or grandma today and make sure that they feel very special.
And as always, stay healthy, wash your hands and sanitize. See you next week.